Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you watch my Pretty Little Liars reviews, the review for this past episode, episode 11, will be up after I upload these next two videos because I realize I am extremely late with these, so let's get into it. I want to talk to you guys about my first experience on, my first experience on an airplane. That was an adventure. It really was. I've always wanted to fly, but I never had a reason to. And when we went on this cruise, I figured, yeah, it's going to have to happen. I mean, we got to get to the boat somehow. The ship. I know it's a ship. I'm just saying. So we get to the airport and everything, and I was fine. I was fine and everything. We checked in, went through security. That was an experience. Those people don't play. But other than that, we're on the plane. The plane was a small one. It wasn't like a jumbo jet or anything. It was like it was a pretty small plane. I was like, dang, we're in close quarters. And I won't lie, guys, I was shaking because I was so nervous. Don't laugh at me, okay? I was just really, really scared. So I was shaking and everything. On top of which, I think I was experiencing some form of anxiety at one point. And my dad, he sat next to me, and my mom and my aunt were like in the same like same row, but on the other side of the plane. So my dad and I are sitting there. He's giving me a pep talk and everything. And I'm like, Dad, just let me breathe. Okay. Basically, Dad was telling me if I start freaking out, you start freaking out. If I don't freak out, we're fine. I'm like, okay. And he says, just a little turbulence. It's like being in a car on the road with all the little bumps and dips and things like that. So just pretend like you're in a car. I was like, okay. Guys, I experienced motion sickness for the first time in my life. I mean, I don't get motion sick in the car. I don't get motion sick when we're like in a very small boat out like on a river or in the ocean. I'm fine. I really am during that. But that turbulence really caused me to get sick. And what I found out now after the trip is that it's the smaller planes that experience the most turbulence. And I was just like, great. Okay. So I got sick. I mean, I didn't get sick or anything. I just felt really, really sick. And when we got off that first flight and we were in the airport to go to our connecting flight to get to Miami, I was standing there and I just had the strongest urge. I just needed to sit down. Like I felt really weak. So I ended up getting some medication from my uncle. I believe it's called Dramamine. I believe that's the name of it. And I took some of that, and then we were waiting. And I was like, gosh, I thought this stuff was supposed to kick in like 30 minutes or something. And my cousin was like, you really shouldn't take that without having something on your stomach. So I was like, great. First of all, when I'm sick, I don't even feel like eating. I feel like food will make me feel sicker. You guys know when you like smell food and you're not feeling well, you're like, it like makes you feel worse. So I had some of that, and I ate like a few little crackers or something. The second flight, I was fine. I fell asleep. And then, other than that, I was good. Now, I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember. It was our third flight. It was when we were done with our cruise and we took a flight from Miami to Detroit. And when we were on that flight, guys, let me tell you, I was ready to hurt someone's child. I really was. We were sitting in like row 30, and there were 32 or 33 rows. Like, we were in the back of the plane. So we were just sitting there and we were flying. We were all up in the air, and there's some turbulence. Yeah. This kid all of a sudden says, "We're all gonna die." I was like, y'all better get him before I do, because I don't play that. We all the way up in the air. I don't play that. And the parents are just sitting there laughing with the child. I'm thinking to myself, you're lucky. You're very lucky I wasn't sitting right in front of y'all or right behind y'all, because I don't play when it comes to that. I'm sorry, because when I was on that small plane, guys, you have no idea. I was bracing myself for death, really. Every time I felt some turbulence, or like, when you're in the plane and everything and it'll like drop a little bit. And on top of which, the first flight, okay, I understand why I was feeling that way, but to have someone on my third flight ever being like, we're all going to die, I don't like that. And on top of which, I think that was also the flight where we were on the runway and we were the next plane to go. And then all of a sudden, the pilot came on and he was all like, we're going to have to wait a few more minutes. And apparently someone at the front of the plane got up to go to the bathroom or something. And I'm like, really? Why does this have to happen to me? But other than that, you know, I'm comfortable getting on a plane now. All I know is just take my motion sickness medicine a good 30 minutes before we board and I'll be okay. Have something on my stomach, have a little bit of water. I'll be fine. So, other than that, my first plane ride experience was not the prettiest one, but by the third and fourth flights, I was perfectly fine. I could look out the window, no problem, and be like, oh, these clouds are gorgeous. So other than that, guys, I do enjoy flying now. I kind of have a bit of a dream now to actually get my pilot's license. Is that crazy? Like, I've been scared to fly for a very, very long time. Because when I was younger, my parents would watch these movies and stuff with plane crashes and crazy stuff happening on a plane. I was like, I'm never getting on a plane ever. And then 9/11 happened, and that really made me like, I don't want to ever get on a plane. But nowadays, it's a lot safer because of security and everything. And did I say security? Security and everything. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like my dad said, if something happens and he starts freaking out, then I have every right to freak out because my dad, he's very calm. So, other than that, yeah, I was good. I was prepared for your ears popping and everything because I've been in the mountains and stuff and your ears pop then. So I'm like, oh, my ears are really going to pop when we're that high in the air. So, I was ready for that. I had gum. My mom told me, make sure you just swallow or whatever when that happens. So other than that, we were good. Yep. So I hope you guys like this little storytelling moment of my first time on a plane. Guys, I was terrified. So terrified. But I'm good now. Like I said, I actually want to get my pilot's license. So I don't know if that'll ever happen. I do, but we'll see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys watch the next video. I'm going to have pictures of our cruise experience. I mean, you won't see my family members or anything, but I'm going to do like a little voiceover and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this and take care. Ooh, and make sure you guys share your first plane experiences. I would love to hear that, if anything. So for real this time. Take care.